everything that's going on in Israel. I'm gonna smoke a little crack about it, you know? Smoke a little crack about it, and, you know.
Yes, sir.
What are they saying? I hate podcasting right now.
Why?
I'm like, because I don't know. It's just so sad, everything that's going on, and we have to joke about it.
We're not joking, we're covering it.
Do we have, what do we have
You
on
can do
this?
whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
No, it's not your fault. I don't want to say whatever
I didn't say it was my fault. I wasn't acting like it was my fault either. You want to be sincere and express how sad you feel? Go for it. You don't want to do that either. You just think the episode's bad, so you're pretending like, oh, I'm so deeply emotionally moved by this thing.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean this thing.
It's actually, the episode's shitty, and people are going to be mad at me for being shitty, so I'm gonna pretend like, oh, well, I'm just so emotionally moved by this war in the Middle East. And that's why I can't do my fucking job, as if there's any difference between the tonality and effort put into this now than there was 2 weeks ago before any of this shit was fucking happening.
I'm moved.
That might work on them. It doesn't work on me.
I'm moved by this.
All right.
I am.
Oh, boy.
Nick, I am moved by what's been going on.
See, you got to just do stuff like that more often. You're the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life, but it's like trying to get lightning in a bottle.
Listen, it is...
Objectively, watching a woman get and then telling yourself...
Wait, how do you change history like this?
Yeah,
There's that, and then there's that... No, you've also... No.
I'm wearing flip-flops.
There was a lady fucking in the alleyway.
Yeah.
A guy and a lady were fucking in an
Your
alleyway.
own
And you
story.
changed the story. You changed that, and then you kind of did... Someone has been accused for years of having sex with a mentally challenged person who... It was a story about someone completely different.
I didn't do that.
No, you've made jokes even to that effect that it was the falsely accused. I am saying, but you can't change those two facts. Witnessing and sexually assaulting a mentally enfeebled person.
Now you're conflating two different things that have nothing to do with each other.
I'm just saying those two.
Look, we'll go back to it just because I don't, we're not going to name names, but there is a credible allegation that a comedian had
You were talking about a
sex.
guy in Baltimore.
Yes, that's the story I heard. I
Yes,
don't know about
yes,
it firsthand,
yes.
but yes, there
Yes.
was a guy that
Yes.
had slept with a woman with Down syndrome who would come to shows at some fucking, was it like...
Correct.
I forget what it was Fishhead Cantina or something.
Uh-huh.
But there is a story about that. I never said the name publicly because it's such an egregious allegation that unless I knew 100%, it's like you can't just... Now, people assumed it was a different guy.
And it was funny to you.
I went as far as to say that it's not him. It's
When?
on the show. That is on
okay.
record.
All right,
That is on record. I said it's funny that people think that. It wasn't him, but it is funny that people think that.
It is funny.
He himself leaned into it.
And
on
he said
Twitter.
what? What did he say?
He said, oh, apparently these people think that. It's like the mistake was thinking that I have a car. And I don't know
That's a good joke.
I don't know.
That was good.
I don't know if I warned him, but it's like, well, you did have a car at the time.
Yeah.
In the time frame, it might be a little, like if you're really trying to avoid the accusation.
Uh-huh.
But no, I made an effort to say that.
And then but this story about the flip-flops, it's funny.
It was your story that you told.
No, it's funny. It is funny. It is funny.
But now you're
if you are implying that someone was being assaulted,
See,
right?
You're trying to get us to talk about something else by bringing.
I was walking down an alleyway and I heard a woman moaning from sex, and then I was like, I hope it's not anything I have to intervene in because I'm wearing flip-flops right now. Like, and how can you be a hero in flip-flops, right? That's like the stupid thought that you have in your head first before you look over. And then I just saw some lady getting fucked on a car. And then you're like, so you witnessed and you were concerned about your footwear, the flip-flops, right? And then you've ridden with this narrative from now what maybe amounts to 7 years that I ignored a fucking sexual assault happening right in front of me because of flip-flops, which is funny.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's put it this way. In this analogy, the horrible job you've done podcasting
Yes,
is
correct.
is a woman being
Okay, correct.
And the flip-flops, your bizarre concern for your flip-flops is the conflict.
It's not easy to be a hero in flip-flops, okay? Let's say you see an old woman having her purse being stolen from her by some random criminal on the street.
Yeah.
And you're wearing flip-flops, you have to chase after that guy and fucking in flip-flops is very difficult.
For you to even attempt.
I haven't worn flip-flops since.
You to even attempt. Oh, it's so sad. What's going on? As an excuse for.
But it's just dominates everything. It's everything everyone's talking about.
I mean, but that
I wasn't. Yes, the episode is subpar, and subpar amongst the sample size that is uniquely subpar. But in fact, it is like fucking. It sucks. That'd be a pretty good life, though.
But instead, I'm here with you while you sandbag yet another podcast.
No, don't.
And then say you're just so upset.
I am sick about that.
It's just so hard.
I am sick about that.
That's why I had to be on my phone and.
No, but you were on your phone too.
That's why I had to fucking be. That's why anytime you said anything, I had to go right, because I'm thinking about the war.
And I just want to clarify one thing. Nick was absolutely right to respond to me that way. But when it comes to an incident that happened 14 years now, I was wearing flip-flops. And I was worried that I would have to do something. But what I heard were the moans of ecstasy from that woman in that alleyway.
So you're saying Gaza likes it, that Gaza doesn't?
No, this is not an analogy, Nick. This is not an analogy for a woman that was getting her back absolutely blown out over the hood of a car. This was not an analogy. But I appreciate you. And I appreciate everyone who's watching. I appreciate Adam Ginsberg. I appreciate this set. I appreciate the show. I appreciate the next episode that's coming.